All right, today we're breaking down one of the wildest celebrity competitions ever put on the internet. We're talking 30 huge stars, a gauntlet of ruthless games, and one massive, massive prize, all orchestrated by the one and only Mr. Beast. And yeah, the prize is a big one, a cool $1 million. But here's the thing, this isn't for them. The entire million is going to a charity of the winner's choice, which, raises the stakes to a whole different level. So, the setup? Deceptively simple. Mr. Beast gathered 30 absolute A-listers. I mean, we've got Kevin Hart, Paris Hilton, Steve-O, the Bella Twins, and just trapped them inside this shrinking red circle. The very first rule was as simple as it gets, just don't leave. Okay, so right out of the gate, the first game dropped a huge dilemma on them. They had a chance to win a car, even a Lamborghini for their biggest fan. Sounds great, right? But the catch was huge. If you miss your shot, you're out. Done. So the question becomes, do you risk it all, your shot at $1 million for charity, just to be a hero for a fan? Comedian Jay Pharoah, he stepped up first, totally confident, and he missed. Just like that, he was the first one eliminated. It set this really tough tone. And then, one by one, more stars tried to be heroes, and one by one, most of them failed. Their chance at that $1 million just vanished. So, just when it was starting to look like no one would make it, superstar DJ Diplo steps up, calm as can be, and just sinks his shot. Wins his fan a car, stays in the game. But wow, after just that first chaotic round, the group was already cut down from 30 to only 26. For the next game, everybody had to make a pretty big choice about themselves. Are you smart or are you strong? They had to split up, locking themselves into two completely different and really punishing challenges. And, these choices were going to have some major consequences. So the smarts team was up first, and their test was all about memory. They had to memorize this pretty complex 10-block color pattern and then race to rebuild it from scratch. Only the first 6 to finish would get to stay, which put this incredible pressure on everyone, including, funnily enough, NBA star Dwight Howard, who actually chose the Smarts Challenge. But then, this is where things get interesting. Comedian Howie Mandel snags one of the last spots. And then it comes out that he had secretly filmed the pattern on his phone. And when he gets called out, his defense is immediate. He did it for his charity. And that really created the first big ethical question of the day. I mean, does a good cause justify cheating? Meanwhile, the strength team, they were facing something brutal, straight out of the show Survivor. They had to climb up on these really thin poles and just hold on for dear life. The last 6 still hanging on would move on, making it this insane test of pure physical and mental grit. So between that super high stakes memory game and the agonizing pole challenge, boom, the group was just decimated. 11 more celebrities were sent home, leaving just 15 people still in the running for that $1 million. The pace was really picking up. And then the game completely shifted gears. The remaining 15 were split into teams of 3 for a surprise cooking challenge. They got 1 hour to create a dish to impress a panel of judges that included, well, the iconic Paris Hilton, celebrity chef Giada De Laurentiis, and, of course, co-host Kevin Hart. And who's at it again? Howie Mandel. But this time, his strategy wasn't about secret cheating, it was about pure, unadulterated chaos. His very first move wasn't to cook, but to run around and just hoard all the key ingredients, like literally all of the mushrooms, just to sabotage the other teams. But even Howie's chaos had nothing on what Steve-O's team did. I mean, they served up what can only be described as a culinary disaster, which they called a poo-poo platter. And to top it all off, Steve-O spins this completely made-up, kind of morbid story about his grandmother's dying wish, leaving the judges just totally stunned. It was performance art at that point. So after the judges finally delivered their verdicts, the cuts were swift. And, no big surprise here, the poo-poo platter team was out, along with another team. 6 more celebrities sent packing. And just like that, the field was cut almost in half again. Only 8 were left. The next challenge was a total psychological nightmare. The teams who had just worked together in the cooking round were locked inside these cubes and then told, "You're enemies now." They had to somehow decide, among the 3 of them, which single person would get to advance to the final round. I mean, what a diabolical twist.
So how do you even make a decision like that? Well, things got weird. The teams requested these bizarre mini-games. One cube ended up playing Twister. Another one literally let a puppy decide their fate. But when all was said and done, 3 finalists emerged. Musician and artist Audrey Nuna, rapper Young Gravy, and of course, the legend himself, Steve-O.
So it all came down to this. The final game. A timeless test of nerve, psychology, and just plain luck. You've got 3 identical briefcases on a table. One of them holds $1 million. The other 2, nothing. Audrey, who got to choose first, picked briefcase number 3. Young Gravy went for number 1. That left Steve-O with number 2. But here's the twist. He was given this game-changing power. He could stick with his case, or he could steal one from either Audrey or Gravy. And that's when the mind games really started. Steve-O just starts grilling both of them, trying to read their bluffs, their body language. He said Audrey was a stone-cold killer, giving nothing away. Gravy seemed a little more nervous. So, after some intense back and forth, Steve-O announces he's going with his gut and makes the absolutely shocking decision to steal Audrey's briefcase.
They all open their cases at the same time. And in this absolutely stunning, electric moment, it's revealed that Steve-O's stolen briefcase has the $1 million. His massive high-stakes gamble, based on pure instinct, had actually paid off. He did it.
So Steve-O becomes the champion, winning the entire $1 million grand prize for his charity, Doctors Without Borders. And in a really great move, the other 2 finalists didn't go home with nothing for their causes. Their charities each got a $20,000 donation. You know, this whole competition, from Howie bending the rules to Steve-O's final psychological play, it really leaves you with a fascinating question. When the goal is to raise a life-changing amount of money for a good cause, where do you draw the line? Is everything fair game? It's definitely something to think about.